Welcome to XConnectTV. My name is Karim Kanji. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel, XConnectTV. Give this video a thumbs up, leave comments. We really appreciate those. You can also follow us on Twitter at XConnectTO, and we're also on Facebook.com/XConnectTO. I'm very excited to be bringing to all of you a good friend of mine, known for a couple of years now, the CEO and co-founder of Epilogger.com, Michael Nussbacher. How you doing?
Good, how you doing, Karim?
Good, good. First time I've called you by your full last name.
Yeah, it's a big revelation that Michael Nuss is short from Nussbacher.
For something, yeah. But no, I'm glad to be speaking with you. In fact, last week we spoke with HealthAware.ca, so I'm happy to be speaking to somebody else that has graduated from Founder Fuel. And I actually wanted to ask you about your experience at Founder Fuel, and really, would you recommend that for startups?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Founder Fuel, and I would even say almost any accelerator, but Founder Fuel for me, since I was there, is all the great things we think about it's all hindsight.
Okay.
Going through it, you go through, you kind of come in up here and you go down to the valley of death, and then hopefully.
So you're very excited, and then they kind of strip you down.
Well, you just find that. I mean, you kind of go in and you think you have it all figured out, and you don't. And I think part of the reason going to accelerator is to not just accelerate the success of the company, also accelerate the failure of your company, or the failure of your certain assumptions of a certain idea you might have had.
Okay.
So imagine you could be like bark up the wrong tree for 12 months on your own power, but you go to this accelerator and they'll tell you right away to bark up the wrong tree. You've got their experience to back it up.
Okay.
And of course, it's not easy hearing that. So
Sure.
And then you're like, well, crap, what do I do? And so you fix that and you go back up, and then come demo day, hopefully you end up higher than you
End up at the top.
So, but going through it, I think part of the experience is definitely humbling yourself, I would say. So, and what I think what tends to happen with a lot of people who name themselves CEO or start a company, they're very proud.
Of course.
And you should be.
Yeah.
Because you're going into a very difficult life, a difficult world. You know, running a startup, as you probably experience, is not a piece of cake. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And when you go in, they tell you, well, you need to do even more work. You're like, oh. So you go in there, and what tends to happen, some people treat this like kind of get a bit, what's the word, rebellious, but they feel like they're being taught by teachers. But actually, these are businessmen, and they tell you, this is your business. At the end of the day, you make your decisions. Yeah. But we're going to give you the best advice we can, because we've been through this. You know, Founder Fuel, what's really great about Founder Fuel is that everybody there has exited companies, they've sold, now they're investors because they've been through all that stuff, now they want to invest instead. And because of that, they're savvy to know which companies are the ones we're investing in.
Interesting.
And consider that they'll make these intros for you. If someone makes the intro, they're putting their neck out for you. So if they make an intro, they believe in you, which is a fantastic thing. So I mean, but going through it, of course, it's a tough grind, but at the end, it's, you go through this harrowing experience, and you feel so proud you made it. Yeah. And then they give you that. I'm not wearing it today. That hoodie, the Founder Fuel graduation hoodie that everyone gets, and it's actually a very nice hoodie. And it's even nicer because this is like it's almost like if you finish the PGA Tour, they give you a green jacket. Yeah. Here you get the gray Founder Fuel hoodie, so it's good. Excellent.
Would you say that Epilogger is further along today and closer to reaching the goals that you and your team have set out for it by going through Founder Fuel than if you hadn't?
I would say actually just straight up yes. I think that because the one thing with the accelerator as an experience and a program is that it's 3 months and then putting obstacles in front of you that you need to deal with that you might not have had to deal with or even be able to put off. Had you not go through the accelerator. And this time they're saying, no, here they are. Here's the problems, and you're going to go right through it. Start doing this stuff. At the pace within 3 month time frames, or accelerated. Yeah. And I think that Epilogger, going through that, it really helped us a lot, because all of a sudden you see all this stuff coming at you, and you have to adapt to deal with it. Always means a pivot of some kind. Yeah. Some companies completely pivoted, like 360 degrees pivot. Yeah. We made a major pivot. Within Epilogger, where before we were more like, so we were looking at Epilogger as more like a tool for reporting and listening
Mm-hmm.
And that just wasn't where our hearts were.
Okay.
And what we saw people really being excited about this is an experience for people to use, like, you know, everybody to be using.
Okay.
You know, here's a conference, you know, here's an event that we're at, we want to be part of it, we want to see all the pictures, meet new people, share, engage, and submit more content as an experience. We're like, wow, okay, I guess we got to build a mobile app now.
Yeah.
So we're going to build a mobile app. Actually, we're doing it right now. So
Excellent. Good. So let's